Well, welcome into a very exciting episode of The Scene. I'm your host, Bubba Startz, and with me today is executive producer of CD Broadcasting, heard on Bumpin' 96.3 FM in Memphis, Tennessee, and all around the world at 96.3.com. Charles Davis. Charles, welcome to the show.
Such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me on.
Well, the pleasure's all mine. We're new friends. We just spoke for the first time just a few days ago, but you got some really awesome stuff going on down there in the Memphis area, and I can't wait to be a part of it. So wanted to get you on here as soon as possible, let you introduce yourself to our people and tell them in your own words what you're doing. So you don't have to go all the way back to the very beginning, but give us a little rundown of what, CD Broadcasting has been up to. I know you're hitting some anniversaries this month, so give us a little rundown here, and then we'll talk about what we're getting together for on Juneteenth.
Well, I've been supporting getting businesses known all over the world since 2017, this year being my anniversary. Also with Bubba 96.3, this is my 1-year anniversary. We're putting it on the radio. I started off with just social media management and marketing, became part of the Broadcast Association in 2020, and I've been just working on getting as many businesses, more business as I can. I believe in that theory that if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. So I've been working on getting what I want by helping other people get what they want.
I love it. So you really come from the kind of business consulting world.
Yeah, I've been running businesses for, I hate to say my age when I tell you how long, but I've opened my first business over 20 years ago. And when I did that, I had to go through learning the hard way. I climbed the regional sales manager chart here with another corporation that did all of my sales training, my corporate sales training. I'm a graduate of Strayer University with my degree in business. That is a bachelor's in business management with a minor in recruiting, human resources, I call it. But with that, I've run into a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people, run into a lot of business owners. And we did do 1 year of Africans Networking Worldwide that became Networking Worldwide, where we did 4 hours of really different businesses on social media. We did that every month for a whole year. We did an anniversary show where we did birthday awards dinner, and we gave out awards to all these other businesses. This year, for Juneteenth, we're bringing those 100 businesses locally all out on June 19th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., where they're able to come out, eat that day, and be able to eat from now on by using the network to make their network. Coming on out, join us, all the business owners, entrepreneurs. I've been reaching out, and my phone's been staying busy. I've been visiting people, revisiting people, recontacting people. So, I do contact great to have. I'm like, man, I have so many people I'm still yet to call. I promise you. I think 100 business owners I've contacted and still contacting. So we have to say we're contacting over 100 business owners to look at making sure we have 100 people out there at this event. So we're going over the top. Glad to have you involved as well as Pablo one time. I mean, he's been a great asset to have around. He did my birthday awards dinner, and I was glad to have that. So his connections working in my network, I call him my street team because he's got ears to the scene. I forget to feel the fun, but believe me, he's got his ears to the scene. So with that, I said, yeah, man, let's network. Your network is mine. He said, oh, man, I got plenty for you. I've been waiting on you to do another one. I said, let's do it. And here we are, moving right along for Juneteenth. And I hope everyone in the Memphis area, even if you're not, if you want to travel, fly in, fly out, do what you have to do. Some people get those jets. Get over to Memphis. On Juneteenth, we want to see you in the house. If you ain't got the jet, you can fly here, you can drive here, you can bus here. If you're already here, it's real easy. 1069 MLK Boulevard. We will have boots on the ground where you come eat that day, and you'll be able to eat from now on. We're going to make our network work for our network.
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you just said that. A good friend of mine, his name is Marv Ellis. He has that in a lyric of one of his songs. My network is my net worth. And it's something that I have carried with me for a long time in business, in any business. I think it's not always what you know, it's who you know. And that's why events like, boots on the ground here is so important, right? And these style of things that we're doing, you more in the business world locally in the Memphis scene doing that. is in part, it's the same thing that we're doing out here in a digital artist space as well, making connections so that, you know, when you want to go on tour, all you got to do is to access that network to get where you want to go, right? And I was thrilled. I was thrilled to see your event crop up. I'm absolutely just really excited to get down. I've never been to Memphis. So this will be a great introduction for me to land there. And this is how I like to do it, sir. I like to land in a town. I want to meet everybody all at once, right? I don't want to have to come back 50 times to try and meet everybody. So I would much rather dial into someone as yourself who's already got the event going and be able to come in and just add our value to that, right? Getting these business owners on camera at the event for 5 minutes to introduce themselves so we can air that on our network as well. And we can do these, the things that are necessary for growth, for businesses to grow. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, just in your local market, having some brand awareness out on the national level, even if you are a small mom and pop shop just in Memphis, it's still good to have that global recognition. And it's important to get out, and you got to meet these people. You got to shake some hands. You got to kiss some babies occasionally, right? And make sure you don't do it in reverse and kiss some hands and shake some babies. People don't like that.
You know, you said a good one. Say, you know, your network is important. It's not only who you know, but also when you know them. There's different times, we're in different phases and levels, and we're in different events, different things, different places. And you see in my background, I've been all over the world. I've been all over the country. I haven't left the United States. I've been from top to bottom, back to the top to bottom again. I'm from Chicago originally. I moved to the state of Minnesota, state of East St. Paul for 2 years. Then I went back to Chicago. Then I moved to Tennessee in 2000. I've been to the state of Washington for 2 years, started in 2018. And I've been here again since 2020. I was regional sales manager in Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi was my region. And I've been all over. I've done promotions in Ohio, Florida, you name it. And with that, I've been all over the country, seeing all different places, and I've had a lot of different business owners. And that's what I say, you know, one thing that every business wants is more clients. And I'm the guy to help them get there one way or another.
We've touched on a lot of the same areas. So I was actually born in Sewanee, Tennessee. And I've been spending a lot of time up in that Minneapolis, St. Paul area in the last 12 months or so, building up the network there. So I bet when we get down to brass tacks that we got a lot of mutual friends, or at least a lot of overlap in the areas that we've been to. And it helps, right? It helps to have some seasoning, maybe, right? You've been around in different cultures and different, different areas of the country. Obviously, it's all different. South Dakota, a lot different than Memphis is in every single way. Probably most likely right now, it's just the weather where it's still 70 and fairly decent here. You probably pushing 90s and 95% humidity in Memphis. And
yeah, 91 degrees right now here in Memphis. So
ooh, baby, I better. My wardrobe's all shorts and tank tops, Charles.
There you go.
Well, I cannot wait to get down. Give us a little bit more. I know you kind of ran over it a little bit, but I know it's more than just connection at the Juneteenth event. You also got some education. You got a couple of keynote speakers that are going to be sharing some wisdom. Tell us a little bit more about the event coming up here in a few short weeks.
We're doing everything at this event. This is going to have the food trucks coming out, so we can definitely still eat like everyone likes to do on Juneteenth. We also are going to have artists coming to perform from the beginning to the end, but we have phenomenal speakers. These speakers are going to be speaking on how to start a business, how to get business credit, personal credit. We also have life insurance and real estate keynote speakers. We also have Tina Tilton, our program director from 96.3, speaking about how to get on the radio. We also have film director Kristen Taylor speaking about how to get in the film. And I believe she's the new actors and actresses like there. That's what told me. So you guys, you know, you might get picked to be in the movie, just like some of the boots on the ground. We also will have plenty of coffee from Memphis on Memphis, right giving out samples of this coffee, and you can definitely purchase the bag. That's Memphis' own. Memphis Buying House Coffee will be in the house. A lot of the other gyms will be there. I can go down the list. I think your own show. I might start talking about all the attendees. But those are just some of the key people. I want to say shout out, listen, Sweet Secret, who was one of my first artists to get on board. Also speaking about Minnesota, got to give a shout out to the Rico the Plug. Rico the Plug out there, also known as Memphis. He has been running Minnesota and holding it down for hip hop out there for years, and still doing it out there in Minnesota. So we talk about making your network work for you on tour. I demanded to read from Rico to Plug, also known as Rico Plug, on all social media. If you don't have his contact, slide on reach out to me. Got him in my back pocket.
I love it. I feel like we were destined to run into each other at some point, Charles.
Everything in due time. Everything in due time. But when it's time for such as this, be ready. And so you're like, hey, can we get you on? I'm like, let's do it. Let's look at it. I'm glad we can lock it in with some stuff going on when we get closer to the event. I've been visiting other food trucks as well as speaking to a couple other speakers. I do want to try films throughout the whole event and make sure we have good food and good music. All of us have a great time and lose on the ground.
It's going to be an awesome time. I'm really looking forward to some Memphis barbecue. I am looking forward to some hot, sweaty weather. I am looking forward to performing, with my brother El Pablo one time. We've already spoken to a few great artists down there in that Memphis area. I mean, no lack of talent in Memphis when it comes to music, a city known for its deep roots in music. And now we get to really start to launch some businesses from that. And one thing we talk a lot about on our program here is that if you are an artist of any kind, really, right? Not just music, but you could be a filmmaker or any kind of creative, right? That you are a business. And whether you have a business license yet, you should. A tax ID, you should. Whether you have the physical business yet, you are a business and you need to treat your art and your brand accordingly. And that's a lot of what we're trying to do, is trying to educate, especially this younger generation coming up. The world's a lot different, right? When I came up, early 2000s, graduating high school and having dreams of getting out there and being a musician, it was, well, you got to go to Nashville, or you got to go to Los Angeles, or you got to go to New York. And now I've done more for my career in the last year sitting in my damn garage in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota than I ever did when I lived in Los Angeles. So be that what it is, I think what you're doing is so important to the world, and especially to, in the culture, in the Black culture. Obviously having it on Juneteenth is a big deal. It's important. It's important that everyone, not just people that look like me or people that look like you, everyone start treating their lives and their brand a lot differently. And they're going to do so much more for themselves than what any company, any corporation is ever going to do for them. You got to get out there and you got to advocate for yourself. And it sounds like Charles Davis, as well as the Scene Projects, bumping 96.3, we all have a shared mission in educating those folks into how to do that. Here is the playbook, if you will. The workbook is more like it, probably, because none of this happens without you getting your own boots on the ground and doing the thing yourself.
Well, that's been our motto. That's what I started the business as, city broadcasting. Start off as W Play. Because we play all day, we talk about the things we need to know. City broadcasting is now Charles Davis, as well as my co-host, DJ Constantine. All the things we need to know. All about 96.3 FM every Saturday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. They can also listen worldwide at bump963.com. That's BUMPIN 963.com. With that, it's about making sure we talk about the things we need to know. I'm speaking about entrepreneurship, but also I tell people that these have multiple streams of income. Now, I definitely have to do that. It's not just because, I like money. It's because I have a lot of children. I'm going to say that. And I like to be able to eat too. So, you got to have a stream of income to make sure the kids are eating, to make sure you have a stream of income to make sure also do other jobs. I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing that since 2020. I'll be working on my fourth deal coming up here in Memphis. I've helped a lot of people get their bag, and this year is about CD broadcasting, getting the bag. But the only way it's going to work is if I help enough other people get their bag. So that's what I've been working on hard for 2025. Going through the year and coming for our anniversary. We like to crank it up for our anniversary. Let's work on everybody getting the bag, and I know how to get my bag.
CD broadcasting, everybody gets a bag.
That's it.
Well, you said it all, sir. I appreciate your time today. I can't wait to shake your hand in person and to take part in this beautiful event. That is Juneteenth. That is coming up quick, folks. Make sure you're there. If you're not there in the Memphis local area, Charles Davis says, fly your ass in. You got to be here. Let's go. Charles.
Check us out on social media. They like to check us out on Facebook. You do hashtag CD broadcasting, all one word. Also, Instagram CD broadcasting. We'll have some clips for you on YouTube after the event. On YouTube at CD broadcasting. Listen here, CD broadcasting. It'll be on YouTube clips. But if you want to feel the real fact of what a real networking event can do, you need to be there on Juneteenth so you can network too. If you're not able to, we will be streaming some of it on Facebook. So you can get notes, you can drop some comments, but being there, it's nothing like being there in person and building the atmosphere of all these entrepreneurs. Because the business owners are just entrepreneurs. They just moved a little forward in thinking about it. They started in their boots on the ground and got to it. So those people are people you might want to talk to too. What does it take for them to get there? There's somebody, and we're in all kinds of industries in this event. So you better believe whatever you're doing, there's someone who's already done it. So you want to follow those footprints so you know how to do what you got to do. That's something from my dad. My dad said, when you find something you want to do, just find someone who's successful at it and just follow the blueprint. So those blueprints will be walking around in the event, boots on the ground, chance for you to come eat that day, and you're going to eat from now on, Juneteenth. I just hope you stay tuned because I put on events all the time, but this is the big one, Juneteenth, boots on the ground, big one right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Come out, eat with us that day, and be able to eat from now on.
Mr. Charles Davis, thanks for being part of the scene.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.